If you're over 60 and you drink coffee every morning, this could change how you feel tomorrow. You've been told coffee is harmless or even good for you, but science tells a different story. Not all coffee is the same. Some types can silently drain your minerals, stress your adrenal glands, inflame your gut, and accelerate aging. Yet, when used correctly, coffee can actually protect your brain, liver, metabolism, and longevity. The difference lies in knowing which coffees to avoid and which to embrace. After 60, your body no longer bounces back like it did in your 40 seconds or 50 seconds. A cup of coffee that once energized you may now be silently eroding your health. This is why understanding your daily coffee habit is no longer optional, it's foundational. Let's start with the silent danger lurking in instant coffee. Many people think it's just brewed coffee that's been dried. It's not. Instant coffee undergoes ultra-heating, chemical processing, and stripping of protective antioxidants. On top of that, it is often stored for months, allowing toxic compounds like acrylamide to form. Acrylamide is a neurotoxin created when foods are exposed to high heat. While your body might have once handled it in your 40 seconds, in your 60 seconds, antioxidant defenses decline naturally. That means what was once harmless now accumulates, damaging nerve cells and contributing to memory loss. Instant coffee also contains mycotoxins, byproducts of mold that inflame the gut, disrupt immune function, and contribute to fatigue, joint stiffness, and brain fog. Millions of older adults assume these symptoms are just normal aging, but in reality, chemical exposure masquerades as age. Flavored coffees are another hidden trap. Vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, and mocha flavors rarely come from real ingredients. They're synthetic chemicals, often petroleum-derived, designed to trick your taste buds. Research shows these additives disrupt gut bacteria, which control inflammation, neurotransmitters, and immunity. After 60, your gut diversity declines naturally, and these additives accelerate the collapse. Sugar and insulin-spiking compounds hide behind vague labels, causing blood sugar spikes that silently age your brain and body. That's why Alzheimer's is now sometimes called type 3 diabetes. Daily sweetened coffee contributes directly to this risk. Dark roast coffee may seem stronger or healthier, but over-roasting destroys polyphenols, the protective compounds that shield your heart and brain. Instead, bitter compounds form that irritate the stomach and overstimulate adrenal glands. After 60, declining stomach acid means digestion slows, minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc are poorly absorbed, and reflux increases, weakening muscles, bones, and nerves. The most destructive version of coffee? Dessert-style drinks loaded with sugar, syrups, and creamers. These beverages turn coffee into a metabolic weapon. Daily blood sugar spikes accelerate brain aging, damage blood vessels, and increase the risk of dementia. After 60, insulin sensitivity naturally declines, meaning your body struggles to control glucose. Sugar-laden coffee creates chronic inflammation, silently eroding joints, memory, eyesight, and cardiovascular health. Here's the shocking truth. It's not the caffeine, it's the delivery. Coffee combined with toxins, sugar, and inflammatory additives forces your body into survival mode. Cortisol rises, minerals are pulled from bones and muscles, the nervous system overstimulates and crashes, and over time, leg muscles and strength weaken. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, becomes far more likely, and with it, falls, fatigue, and loss of independence. And the worst part? These effects don't appear overnight. They accumulate silently over years. What felt harmless in your 40 seconds becomes destructive in your 60 seconds because liver detox slows, kidneys filter less efficiently, and your brain becomes more sensitive to inflammation. Aging bodies need clean inputs, antioxidants without toxins, stimulation without sugar, and energy without inflammation. Bad coffee violates all three. But when done right, coffee becomes one of the most powerful tools to support your body, protect your brain, and slow cellular aging. In the next part, we'll uncover 4 types of coffee that actually protect your brain, liver, and metabolism and show you how to enjoy your morning cup without accelerating aging. You'll learn how to turn this daily habit into a longevity tool rather than a silent enemy. Now that you know some coffees silently accelerate aging, let's flip the script. Not all coffee is harmful. In fact, when chosen and prepared correctly, coffee can act as a shield for your brain, liver, metabolism, and even your longevity. But only if you know what to look for. The first key is clean, high-quality coffee. Organic, mold-free coffee beans that are light to medium roasted retain antioxidants called chlorogenic acids. These compounds are vital because they neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate brain aging. After 60, your neurons are more vulnerable because your natural antioxidant defenses have declined. Chlorogenic acids protect memory pathways, support neurotransmitters, and reduce neuroinflammation, the very processes linked to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Coffee isn't just about the brain. The liver, your body's detox powerhouse, becomes less efficient with age. Toxins accumulate, inflammation rises, and energy levels drop. High-quality coffee protects liver cells, reduces fat buildup, and supports glutathione production, the master antioxidant your liver relies on. This reduces the risk of fibrosis, cirrhosis, and liver-related mortality. Studies consistently show that older adults who drink clean coffee have healthier livers, even if other lifestyle habits aren't perfect. Next, consider metabolism. After 60, insulin sensitivity naturally declines, fat storage increases, and energy fluctuations become common. Coffee, rich in chlorogenic acids, slows glucose absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and improves metabolic flexibility, meaning your body efficiently burns fuel instead of storing it as fat. Combine that with healthy fats, like grass-fed butter or MCT oil, and your brain gets steady energy without overstimulation. This keeps focus sharp, mood stable, and mental stamina high without the jittery crashes that sugar-loaded coffee causes. The second type of protective coffee is single-origin light roast. Unlike dark roast, light roast coffee preserves polyphenols and antioxidants. These compounds reduce systemic inflammation, improve cardiovascular health, and protect your gut lining. After 60, maintaining gut integrity is essential because declining gut diversity drives inflammation, weakens immunity, and contributes to cognitive decline. A simple swap from dark roast to light roast can produce noticeable effects in days, including better digestion, steadier energy, and reduced joint stiffness. Third, mold-free espresso or French press coffee provides concentrated antioxidants without toxic byproducts. Mold-free means your coffee is stored and processed carefully to avoid mycotoxins, which inflame the gut and disrupt immune balance. After 60, even low-level chronic inflammation can accelerate aging silently. By switching to clean espresso or French press, you reduce the invisible stressors your body fights every day, protecting both your brain and your muscles. Finally, consider coffee enhanced with healthy fats, sometimes called bulletproof coffee. This type combines clean coffee with MCT, oil, or grass-fed butter, creating a slow-release energy source for the brain. Older adults often struggle to utilize glucose efficiently, but ketones from healthy fats are immediately usable fuel. This improves mental clarity, focus, and energy while reducing stress on the nervous system. When paired with proper hydration and morning timing, this coffee supports circadian rhythm, cortisol regulation, and overall metabolic efficiency. Timing matters just as much as the type of coffee. Drink your coffee early in the morning after water, not on an empty stomach or late in the day. This prevents dehydration, stabilizes electrolytes, and allows caffeine to amplify alertness without overstimulating your nervous system. Drinking coffee late or in excess forces cortisol into overdrive, accelerates muscle breakdown, and disrupts sleep, the very systems you need to maintain strength, memory, and energy after 60. By choosing the right coffee, organic, mold-free, antioxidant-rich, light to medium roast, and drinking it correctly, Your daily cup transforms from a potential toxin into a powerful tool for longevity. It supports your brain, liver, metabolism, and energy levels, all while protecting against inflammation and cellular aging. In the next part, we'll reveal how to combine coffee with simple morning habits to maximize its protective benefits, including hydration, pairing with food, and timing strategies that optimize brain, liver, and metabolic health. This is where the invisible power of coffee meets practical daily action, and it's easier than you think. Now that you know which coffees are protective, the next step is how you drink them. After 60, timing and preparation are just as critical as the type of coffee. Your body's systems, brain, liver, and metabolism respond best to coffee when consumed in a strategic way. Start your morning with a glass of water before coffee. Older adults often have a reduced thirst signal, and coffee alone can dehydrate cells, spike cortisol, and strain kidneys. Hydration stabilizes electrolytes, prevents dizziness, and allows caffeine to enhance alertness rather than stress your system. Next, pair coffee with healthy fats or a small protein source. Adding MCT oil, grass-fed butter, or a handful of nuts slows caffeine absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and provides ketones for steady brain energy. Avoid sugar or processed creamers. They turn coffee from a protective tool into a metabolic stressor. Timing matters, too. Consume coffee early in the morning to align with your natural cortisol rhythm. Late-day coffee can disrupt sleep, weaken memory consolidation, and increase inflammation. By combining clean coffee, proper hydration, healthy fats, and smart timing, your daily cup becomes a brain, liver, and metabolism shield, not just a morning ritual. In Part 4, we'll explore how coffee interacts with sleep, stress hormones, and long-term brain health, revealing habits that dramatically improve energy and memory after 60. The way you drink coffee doesn't just affect your alertness, it has a profound impact on sleep, stress hormones, and long-term brain health, especially after 60. By now, you understand that hydration, healthy fats, and timing make coffee protective. But here's the next layer most people overlook. Caffeine directly influences cortisol, your stress hormone, and sleep quality. As we age, the liver slows down and caffeine lingers in the body longer. That afternoon cup you once thought harmless can now disrupt your deep sleep, the stage where your brain clears toxic proteins linked to memory loss and dementia. Even caffeine consumed 6 hours before bedtime can reduce deep sleep by over 20%. Over time, this creates a silent decline in brain function and memory. Cortisol is another critical factor. Morning coffee, consumed correctly, supports the natural cortisol peak, improving focus and energy. But drinking coffee on an empty stomach or too late in the day triggers a cortisol spike at the wrong time, which accelerates muscle breakdown, weakens bones, and increases belly fat. This combination is a hidden driver of aging and fatigue. Pairing coffee with hydration and healthy fats changes the equation entirely. Your body experiences a steady energy release instead of a spike and crash cycle. Muscles, brain, and liver function more efficiently. Sleep becomes deeper, cortisol levels stabilize, and inflammation drops. It's astonishing how one daily habit, when refined, can either accelerate aging or slow it dramatically. In Part 5, we'll uncover the 4 specific coffees you should avoid and the 4 you can use to protect your brain, liver, and metabolism, so that each morning, your coffee isn't harming you, it's supporting longevity. Now that you understand how coffee affects sleep, cortisol, and aging, it's time to get practical. Not all coffee is created equal. Some are silently harming your body, while others can protect your brain, liver, metabolism, and overall longevity. After 60, this distinction is critical. Let's start with the coffees to avoid. Instant coffee, often ultra-heated and chemically processed, instant coffee is stripped of antioxidants and contains toxic compounds like acrylamides. These neurotoxins accelerate oxidative stress and damage nerve cells. Older adults are far more vulnerable because natural antioxidant defenses decline with age. Instant coffee also carries mycotoxins, toxic mold byproducts that inflame your gut, weaken your immune system, and contribute to fatigue, brain fog, and joint stiffness. Flavored coffee, vanilla, caramel, and hazelnut flavors rarely come from natural sources. They are mostly synthetic, petroleum-derived chemicals that disrupt gut bacteria, the very system responsible for regulating inflammation, neurotransmitters, and immune function. Added sugars spike insulin, accelerate brain aging, and increase the risk of dementia. Dark roast coffee. While dark roast smells bold and strong, it's actually stripped of protective polyphenols. Over-roasting produces bitter compounds that irritate the stomach, overstimulate adrenal glands, reduce mineral absorption, and accelerate deficiencies in calcium, magnesium, and zinc, critical nutrients for muscles, bones, and nerves. Coffee desserts, sugary coffee drinks with syrups, sweetened creamers, or whipped toppings are metabolic bombs. Repeated blood sugar spikes damaged blood vessels, weaken the brain, and drive systemic inflammation. After 60, insulin sensitivity naturally declines, making these drinks particularly harmful. Now, let's talk about the coffees that support longevity. Organic light or medium roast coffee. Clean, properly roasted coffee preserves antioxidants like chlorogenic acids, which protect the brain, reduce neuroinflammation, and improve blood flow to neurons. Cold brew coffee. Cold brewing reduces acidity, preserves antioxidants, and minimizes compounds that irritate the stomach and adrenal glands, perfect for sensitive digestive systems. Mold-free organic coffee beans. Choosing high-quality beans, free from mycotoxins, supports liver function, reduces inflammation, and maintains healthy gut balance. Your body absorbs antioxidants more efficiently when toxins are minimized. Coffee with healthy fats, adding MCT oil or grass-fed butter transforms coffee into sustained brain fuel. Ketones provide energy to neurons without spiking blood sugar, enhancing focus, mood, and mental stamina, especially important after 60 when glucose metabolism is less efficient. Here's the key takeaway. Coffee is a powerful amplifier. It doesn't create health, it magnifies the state your body is already in. Clean, properly consumed coffee supports resilience, metabolism, and brain health. Low-quality, processed coffee accelerates inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and cognitive decline. Timing remains crucial. The first cup should be morning, after water, and ideally with healthy fats. Avoid coffee late in the day to protect sleep, memory, and cortisol rhythm. By making these simple yet precise choices, you transform a daily habit into a lifelong tool for health, clarity, and longevity. Coffee stops being just a beverage, it becomes an ally, a daily defense for your body after 60. Now that you know which coffees to avoid and which ones support your health, it's time to put this knowledge into action. After 60, every daily habit matters, especially the very first cup of coffee in the morning. The difference between a cup that drains your energy and one that restores it can literally change how your body functions, how your mind thinks, and how your day unfolds. The first rule is simple but often overlooked. Hydrate before you caffeinate. Overnight, your body loses water. Dehydration reduces blood volume, stresses the kidneys, and worsens the effect of caffeine on your nervous system. Pour yourself a full glass of water as soon as you wake up. Give your cells the fluids they need to function, and only then brew your coffee. This small step alone transforms the way coffee affects your alertness, energy, and mood. Next, choose your coffee wisely. Light to medium roast, organic, mold-free beans are ideal. Avoid instant, flavored, dark roast, and sugary coffee drinks, the silent saboteurs of your brain, muscles, and metabolism. Your body after 60 is more sensitive to toxins, overstimulation, and oxidative stress. Clean coffee preserves antioxidants, reduces inflammation, supports your liver, and stabilizes your metabolism. Then, add healthy fats like MCT oil, grass-fed butter, or a spoonful of coconut cream. These fats provide sustained energy for your brain, improve focus, and prevent the blood sugar spikes that sugar-laden coffee delivers. Ketones from these fats feed neurons efficiently, even when glucose metabolism slows with age, which is why your mental clarity improves within days of switching to this type of coffee. Timing is critical. Drink your coffee in the early morning, after water, and preferably with your breakfast or a small snack. Avoid coffee late in the day. Caffeine can linger in your system longer as you age, disrupting sleep and the brain's natural nightly cleansing process, the glymphatic system. Deep, restorative sleep is when your brain clears out toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Protecting this process is far more important than chasing short-term alertness. Moderation is another cornerstone. 1 to 2 well-prepared cups per day are sufficient. Sipping coffee throughout the day keeps your nervous system in a constant state of low-grade stress, elevating cortisol and accelerating muscle breakdown, bone loss, and insulin resistance. After 60, your margin for error is smaller. Respecting this window allows your body to gain energy, mental clarity, and metabolic support without triggering stress. Pair your coffee habit with movement. Even light resistance exercises, chair squats, step-ups, wall push-ups, or short walks signal your muscles to use the amino acids and nutrients provided by your diet. Coffee primes your nervous system and brain for activity, while movement activates your muscles, bones, and metabolism. Together, they create a feedback loop that preserves independence, strength, and vitality. Finally, make it a daily ritual, not just a beverage. A mindful coffee routine signals your body that it is cared for. Hydration, clean coffee, healthy fats, timing, moderation, and movement transform a simple morning habit into a powerful tool for longevity. Over weeks, you'll notice steadier energy, improved mental clarity, reduced joint stiffness, better digestion, and even improved mood. Your metabolism will stabilize, your brain will feel sharper, and your body will experience less inflammation. Remember, coffee doesn't make you healthy by itself. It amplifies the state your body is already in. Low-quality coffee worsens damage. Clean, mindful coffee enhances resilience. After 60, the difference can be dramatic. Energy becomes smooth instead of spiky. Sleep deepens. Cognitive function stabilizes. Muscle and joint health improve. So here's the takeaway. After 60, your morning cup of coffee is no longer just a habit, it's a daily choice with profound consequences. Choose water first. Choose clean, organic, properly roasted coffee. Add healthy fats. Drink it early. Pair it with movement. Respect your body's rhythms. By doing this consistently, you transform an ordinary beverage into a powerful ally for your brain, metabolism, and longevity. Every day you follow this ritual, you are actively protecting your brain, preserving your muscles, supporting your liver, and slowing the aging process. The choice is yours. Continue sipping coffee blindly or harness it as the tool it can be. After 60, nothing is more impactful than using your daily habits intentionally. Start tomorrow morning. Drink smart. Move gently. Feed your body the nutrients it needs. Protect your brain, preserve your strength, and reclaim energy, focus, and independence one mindful cup at a time.